Test, test. Test. Test, test. Okay. Alright, we're going to go live here in just a few minutes. Going to talk a little bit about comic books today. So be ready. Welcome everybody to another episode of the new but not really improved version of Geographic Raps, where I pretty much just get on and talk about comic books. Hello? Oh, everyone there? Hello? There I am. Alright, as the music fades out. Better. Much better. Why does this look weird? Why does this not be using the full screen? Hold on. Is that better? There it is. Oh, it is better. Okay. So I don't know why that didn't save that setting like that, but there it is. Alright, there it is. Oh, it is better.
What the hell?
Okay. Okay. Alright. Some technical difficulties still working out. I recently, for this new and improved, not really improved, this new version of Geographic Raps, I switched over to the Open Broadcaster software, and I'm still trying to figure that out. I used to use XSplit almost primarily, and I like that software. It works really well. But everyone says this is what to go with now, so that's where we're at. So, what's new in comics this week? Well, a few different things. So, the only thing I got in the mail this week, well, I got two things in the mail for comic books. One is Grendel vs. Shadow, Volume 1 by Matt Wagner, which is, you can put Grendel, Matt Wagner, and I'm going to buy it. Like, that's about all I have to hear, and I'm sold. I'm slightly uninterested, though, because I don't really care about the Shadow. I don't know much about him. I never really read the comics. I saw the movie. I mean, that's the extent that I know. But I did read through this. I love Matt Wagner's art, especially when he's doing the Hunter Rose Grendel. He does a lot of, it's a very sharp Art Deco style, and it's really great to see him doing Grendel again. I mean, this just excited me the moment I saw this page. I'm like, ooh, Matt Wagner drawing Grendel, yeah. So that was pretty good, worth a buy. I've already pre-ordered 2 and 3, so I mean, whether or not I liked it or not, I was still going to buy it. Let's see. Alright, another thing I got this week. Now this has been out of print for a little while, or at least it seems to be difficult to find a new version of. But Paul Pope's Heavy Liquid. This is a nice hardcover version that I got used. Which Paul Pope is just awesome. The guy has never done a bad book. Like, he's done a couple that I just had a hard time getting into, but nothing that I was just like, oh, fucking Paul Pope, no, never. And it was I was inspired to buy that again because I just got my tickets to the Alternative Press Expo that Paul Pope is going to be at. Ape in San Francisco in like 3 weeks, and Paul Pope's going to be there. So I'm like, So I was inspired to reread 100% by Paul Pope, which is one of my all-time favorite graphic novels. Yeah. If you haven't read it, you have to. It's just beautiful. I love the idea of it because you think it's about one thing by looking at the cover, by hearing 100%, and then reading like the intro. You think it's about one thing, and it's totally not what you think at all. And it's just brilliantly done. The artwork, the writing is so solid. You almost don't get better for my money than Paul Pope's 100%. So I did a reread of this, about the 6th, 7th time I've read it back through, and on the back it had an ad for Heavy Liquid, and I was like, you know what, I hadn't read that one. So I went ahead and ordered it. Got Heavy Liquid, which is very good, not to the level of 100% in my point of view, but better than the One Trick ripoffs in the Paul Pope chronology. I don't think it's better than Battling Boy though. 100% is still my favorite over Battling Boy, but Battling Boy is pretty awesome, pretty freaking good. But Heavy Liquid, it's about a drug that most people don't even seem to know exists. That's some kind of metallic, corrosive. They don't know where it came from. There's an agent guy at the end that kind of gives some idea, but it's an interesting read. I enjoyed it overall. Art was a little more raw than one, and I shouldn't say raw. That's a bad way to put it. A little less detailed than 100%, but still in the same style, in the same vein. And I don't know if Paul Pope has actually said this because I've never seen. So here's exactly what I meant. See, the backgrounds and the art here are very similar, but see this huge, like in the 100%, these big dark areas, these big background areas of undetailed nothing, those didn't exist, right? I totally lost my train of thought. Oh well, whatever. 100. Oh, Heavy Liquid. Not as good as 100%, but still very good. Paul Pope is awesome, and I'm excited because I'm going to see him at Ape in a couple weeks. I'll probably do at least one more episode of this before I actually see him at Ape. But you know who else is going to be there too? I'm excited about Bob Fingerman. I'm going to take my big minimum wage hardcover, get him to sign that shit, show it off here on the webcam. It'll be awesome. Alright. So other than that, there's not a lot new to talk about this week. Couple exciting things, a couple things that I will be reading. Well, so I spent a whole day, my weekend, reading a novel with no pictures, not a graphic novel, a regular book. And so I just want to give it a shout out. Wolf in White Van by John Darnielle, who is the singer-songwriter of the Mountain Goats, which is my favorite band. The book is very good. I finished it. I recommend it. It's also been nominated for the National Book Award, so give that a shot. Now, what I will be reading, comic book related, I ordered this a while back, and I have not gotten to it yet. And this is the complete Zot by Scott McCloud, 87 through 91. So, for a long time, and I'm a little embarrassed to admit this, I didn't even know that Scott McCloud did a normal comic. I knew him from, one, doing interviews, doing editorials, doing articles, and then writing, of course, Understanding Comics, Making Comics, blah, blah, blah. Which, Understanding Comics, if you've ever seen this show, the old episode, know that it's one of my most highly recommended books for anyone who is a comic book fan. And you want to try to understand the art form, understand why you like it, what you like about it, then you read Understanding Comics by Scott McCloud. So for a long time, I had not known that he even did his own book, his own series. Now so I ordered this a while back because I'd learned, of course, I've known now for a long time, but when I first heard of Scott McCloud, I had no idea. And I have not gotten a chance to read it yet. And part of the reason when I got it, I was so not interested in black and white at that point in time. Not that I didn't like black and white, and not that I didn't read a bunch of it. But at that moment, I was like, God, I just don't want to look at black and white right now. So I threw it on the shelf, and then I forgot about it. Until I just dug it out like 2 days ago. I was like, ooh, I haven't read that yet. So I'm gonna give that give it a shot here. The cartooning looks interesting. I have absolutely zero clue what the story's about. Like, not a single iota. It appears to be about some guy who flies and a chick. And then there's a guy and a chick on the cover, and I'm guessing this is the guy who flies. That's as much as I know. So whatever you think about Scott McCloud, I don't have much of an opinion outside of the Understanding Comics and his writings and editorials, so can't say too much about it other than that. That's about it. I'm also still reading Elephant Man, which, if you have not read it, because it's the best serialized book out there right now, flat out. So I think that's going to be about it for now. I just thought I'd kind of pop on and kind of do an update, let you guys know what's going on, show that I'm still out there. It's one of those deals where, because I've been so spotty with my shows over the years, that I want to try and get back to just having a schedule, like at least once every 2 weeks. And just talk comics, even if I don't have much to talk about whatever's in the news. Did you guys see the Millennium Falcon video that J.J. Abrams released? If you didn't, it's too bad, because it's pretty freaking awesome. Other than that, what else is going on in geek news? Let's see. Anything else before I hop off? I'm sure I missed something. A couple weeks till they start showing Book 4 of Legend of Korra, which is awesome. I'm excited about that. That's about it. That's about all I'm seeing. Oh, yeah, I think we'll just cut it there. Might as well. I'm just sitting here surfing the internet now. But thank you guys for checking it out. Remember, I'm hoping to do this every 2 weeks. Send me your questions or comments. You can access it via my stream here or via my YouTube channel. So, thanks guys.